Hi, my name is Kelly Portier, and I'm the director of Divinity. I got a chance to talk with our executive producer, creator, writer, awesome actor, Michael Caruso, about his time with us in season 2. Let's see what he had to say. What is it like seeing your script come to life?
I think it's really exciting. I think the nice thing about going into season 2 is that you're writing for specific people. So one of the benefits of having, the first season and knowing a lot of the people that came into season 2 is that I can envision these people doing all this crazy sicko stuff that's a lot of fun. So it kind of adds, in its own weird way, a personalized element that you don't necessarily get from a first season where you're just getting to know everybody for the first time, and you're getting people used to these characters. So it's very cool, and it's a little twisted seeing, you envision things in your head and you read things on paper and you think it's going to go a certain way, and then people interpret that in their own way, and it's a little kinky here on Divinity.
Tell us about Jason.
Jason's kind of a mess this season. I think that he is still reeling from everything that happened in season 1, and I think he's in permanent overdrive, and I think he's on permanent overload, and I think we see a lot of that this season. I think that we start off the first half of season 2 with him really feeling the weight of his family's decisions and his family's behavior, and he's really starting to short circuit. And yet he can't let anybody see that because he feels this responsibility to steer his father's ship, and he's so terrified of disappointing his adopted father that he doesn't want to screw it up. And you feel a lot of that. And I think that in certain ways he becomes even more controlling this season because he's constantly trying to prove that he was worth being put in this position, which is constantly putting him at odds with his family. It's not a desirable situation to be in, from my perspective as a person anyway.
What has been your favorite moment during season 2?
I love our Christmas episode. Our Christmas episode is pretty spectacular. It's very goofy and uncomfortable and crazy and wackadoodle. I think it represents everything that Divinity is. I think that I also like it because it's also got some really nice quiet moments, which we really tried to do a little bit more this season, was to really kind of, you've got your campy stuff that people have really come to love about the show, but I also wanted to balance it with a little more heart. I mean, I'm not going to get cheesy and be like, too much human emotion or anything like that, but it's nice to have that juxtaposition between the crazy shit that people just love and people who are very human in moments. And we have more moments this season that humanize a lot of these goofy characters. And I think it's very important that we did that this year. So Christmas episode 4, it's going to be awesome.
What is the most challenging aspect for you about producing a web series?
Money. Or, the lack thereof. I think that I really respect the web, and I respect the amazing group of people that inhabit this space and what they have to do and the sacrifices that they have to make in order to create their shows. And I'm no exception to that. And I think that it's really about perseverance. It's about really finding ways around problems that are typically very easily solved by, handing over the credit card, and we don't have that option. So I think that it's a good challenge to have. I don't see it as a negative. I see it as it's a good test of, it's like, thinking outside of the box boot camp, which has been good for me personally. And I've really learned a lot. Going from season 1 and going into season 2, knowing what to expect and knowing, we had that problem last season, learning how to anticipate things better. For me personally, letting go a little bit and letting all of these spectacular people that I've brought on board doing their jobs, you, Kelly, the director, letting you take the reins a little bit more, letting our DP take the reins a little bit more. It's hard when you feel so responsible for something. You don't want to screw it up. You don't want to be the captain of the Titanic. But you have to put faith in the people that you've assembled. And that's been the greatest thing that I've learned this year, is to really just chill the fuck out and let people do what I want them to do. And they do it beautifully, and I'm really proud of them.
Can you give us any insights into season 2?
No. This season is, I listened to the interviews that the girls were doing today, and everybody keeps talking about the clothes. People like the clothes a lot this season, and people like the jewelry a lot this season. It's bigger, it's flashier, it's trashier, it's more of what everybody loved in season 1. I think we've stepped it up a couple notches, and we've expanded on the world. We see more family. We see people who are a little bit older. We see, we meet relatives, and it's been very fun. This year has been much more fun. It's much more in its groove. So I think people are going to watch season 2 and be like, oh, all right, hopefully with any luck, we're not disappointing, and we're keeping that audience that we got in this first season that's been so incredibly loyal and so great, and we're giving them a treat, because there's a lot of really, water cooler moments in season 2 that I think they're not going to be disappointed by. I hope.
What was the beginning of Divanity?
I've known people in and out of my life for many years that have encouraged me to write something, and who were also involved in the web series community. And early on, I was very reticent to doing a web series, because I didn't really understand what web series were, or why people do them, or what the benefits were. And finally, I just decided to get over myself and do this. I did an interview with Indie Intertube, who've been amazing supporters of us. And I told them, growing up, primetime dramas were a huge part of my family. Everybody, men, women, everybody loved watching them. Everybody enjoyed all the crazy shenanigans. Yes, I said shenanigans. Everybody enjoyed all the weird stuff that would go on, because it's entertainment. And I think that we need that now. And I know that for me personally, there's so much sad stuff happening right now with the economy, with all this crap. I think we need a little divinity. I think we need a little fun and a little escapism and a little injection of crazy. And that's really what drove me to it. My wife Barbie and I, we live in downtown LA. So I walk by the jewelry district all the time, and I thought to myself, what kind of people live in this world and populate this world? And I guarantee you, where the Divanities are nothing like anybody that works in the jewelry district that I've ever noticed. It's totally different world, but that was definitely the inspiration. I thought it would be fun and goofy. I'd never seen anything like that before, and nothing that had focused on jewelry. And I figure sometimes jewelry is a good place to start with a soap opera, because it's nice and sparkly. You guys are not just excellent. You're pretty freaking amazing. And from the bottom of my heart, we do this for you. I love soap operas, and I love web series, and I think that we've made a creepy little cocktail here that's very special. And you guys inspire me every day, and just getting your emails and hearing the comments on Facebook, and it's incredible. And that's why I do what I do, and that's why the cast and the crew, that's why they do what they do. And this is our gift to you guys, because we love you guys, and we would be nothing without you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And definitely on behalf of the entire Divanity team, you guys kick ass, and we love you, and hopefully we will offend you and shock you and excite you and have some fun stuff in season 2. I don't think you're going to be too disappointed. So thank you.